All right, welcome back. This time we're going to go over GPT text generation in SageMaker. But before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe, and share with anyone you know taking the AWS Machine Learning Associate exam. So today we'll go over synthetic text generation using pre-trained GPT-2 through Hugging Face's Transformers library in a SageMaker notebook. We're not going to actually do that, but I'm going to walk you through how it would be done. You won't train or deploy models. Instead, you'll understand the inference with a ready-to-use language model, highlighting SageMaker's flexibility for prototyping with open source tools. So what does that architecture look like? All right. SageMaker provides the fully managed ML or machine learning platform with hosted Jupyter notebooks, training capabilities, and inference options. Notebook instances are virtual machines running Jupyter, build only while active. Hugging Face's Transformers library offers Python access to pre-trained NLP models. GPT-2, originally from OpenAI, but hosted on Hugging Face, serves as the generative model. The pipeline abstraction wraps model loading and tokenization into simple function calls. So how would you do this in SageMaker? One, you go to SageMaker, you'd select a notebook instance and be able to launch it. You want to use an ML.T instance for CPU-based work. You could use an ML.G if you want GPU acceleration, but remember, costs are going to be a part of it. Configure your IAM role, make sure you have it with S3 access, make sure you have your information in your S3, create the notebook instance, and wait for it to launch. Again, we're not doing this because it takes a lot of time and costs are incurred. Then install your dependencies for Transformers, for PyTorch, or TensorFlow if you need. Then you can generate text. Create this using Python and then enter your code as you need. Execute it and then experiment with some prompts. You can try different prompts and you can show what the synthetic outputs would do. And so the model will continue your prompt through statistical prediction rather than factual knowledge. Once you're completed with this, go to the SageMaker console, go to the notebook instances, select your notebook, and click Stop. This is essential because closing tabs does not stop billing. The instance must be explicitly stopped. To avoid long-term storage charges, consider deleting the instance entirely once you've completed your experiments. So what are the costs here? Notebook instances bill per hour while running. The ML.T costs approximately 5 to 10 cents per hour, while the ML.Gs with a GPU run about 75 cents per hour. EBS volumes default to 5 to 10 gigabytes at roughly 10 cents per gigabyte per month. Hugging Face model downloads are free. AWS only charges for compute and storage. The network data transfer for model downloads incurs minimal or no additional cost within AWS. So what's going on here? So if you've downloaded a pre-trained GPT-2 from Hugging Face's repo and executed it on your local SageMaker notebook instance, this generates text completions for educational and testing purposes. This isn't fine-tuning, deployment, or production inference. It's rapid prototyping. But how does this work practically? This lets you prototype NLP applications to understand prompt-based text generation behavior. You can use these pre-trained LLMs without custom training and prepare for advanced tasks like fine-tuning or endpoint deployment. So it serves developers exploring LLMs. Machine learning engineers can compare models, and educators can demonstrate AI behavior. The zero to text generation workflow requires minimal setup. So, what do you need to know for the exam? When questions arise asking about quick experimentation with pre-trained models, integrating open source tools with AWS infrastructure, or prototyping text generation capabilities, understanding Hugging Face's SageMaker integration demonstrates practical machine learning development workflows. So that'll be all for this one. But before we get out of here, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with anyone you know who wants to take the AWS Machine Learning Associate exam. Regardless, thank you and have a nice day.